Tennessee employers are ramping up efforts to convince their employees to get vaccinated as the Delta variant, a more contagious version of COVID-19, rapidly spreads in regions of the country with low vaccination rates. As of early July, it had accounted for more than 50% of new cases in the U.S., according to the CDC. And in Tennessee, the state's Department of Health reported 125 cases of the Delta variant as of July 8th. Jeff LaMarche is executive director of General Motors plant in Spring Hill. He says his facility has offered on-site vaccinations for employees.
2 on-site clinics with Murray County Health Department bringing nurses on site provided vaccinations to several hundred employees here on site in 2 different clinics. So that means 2 times of providing both doses.
Other employers have offered bonuses, paid time off, and other incentives to get the shots, but vaccination rates continue to stall. According to an analysis by the New York Times, it would take 6 months for Tennessee to reach 70% of adults with 1 dose at the current pace of vaccinations. LaMarche adds that despite loosened COVID protocols nationwide, his plant has been cautious to let go of masks and social distancing.
Even though the CDC has changed their guidelines, the auto industry, basically the Detroit 3 and the UAW have, I'd say, step back and taken a more cautious approach before we really start to dial back down our protocols.
He adds that companies are absorbing the costs of keeping infections at bay, but says higher vaccination rates could reduce expenses and get operations back on track.
Throughout COVID, we had to deal with higher absenteeism levels, higher costs of the extra protocols we put in place. I mean, there was a lot just to continue to keep the operation running.
He says thousands of Spring Hill plant employees have been vaccinated so far. This is Nadia Ramlagan for Tennessee News Service. Find our 8 trust indicators to support transparency and accuracy at publicnewsservice.org.